You may have heard via now that my spouse Suzanne, whom I love very much and always will, filed for divorce on February 1st. Even though Suzanne has been beneath extremely good pressure, the children and I by no means predicted this to happen. We were divorced for 3 years. It became the maximum painful. Oh my Jesus, horrible time in my lifestyles and her lifestyles. Benny Hinn and Suzanne Hinn were via plenty over the years with their marriage facing milieu.s.a. and downs, but now their story has taken a shocking new turn. Reports are suggesting that their relationship, which is already visible its honest share of struggles, might be coming to a very last and dramatic stop. For many who followed their journey, this news increases one massive query and distinctive interview on the 700 Club. Suzanne and Benny Hinn informed us about the name of the game. Dependency that derailed their 30-year marriage. Is that this the closing chapter of their marriage, or is there more but to come? Be part of us as we dive into the contemporary updates on their story. Benny Hinn's journey to controversy. Benny Hinn is one of the most famous televangelists inside the world. His recuperation services and TV programs have reached hundreds of thousands, and his name has turned out to be familiar to humans each outside and inside the church. Suzanne Hinn, his spouse, has been a part of his existence and ministry for many years, but their dating has been some distance from easy. Again, in 2010, Suzanne filed for divorce, stunning their supporters and sparking massive speculation on the time the couple defined that the pressures of ministry and their personal struggles had taken a toll on their marriage. For 3 years they lived aside, and plenty of believed their story become over, but in 2013 some things sudden took place. They remarried. The right became large information in Christian circles, with many seeing it as a story of hope and forgiveness. Unluckily, current developments recommend that their reunion may not have been as strong as it seemed. In August 2024, reviews emerged that Suzanne Hinn had filed for divorce from Benny Hinn for the second time. July 26th, Suzanne Hinn filed for divorce from Benny Hinn Benedictus Hinn. She filed it in the state of Florida, mentioning irreconcilable differences. The cause won't mean an awful lot, for the reason that the state of Florida in which she filed the divorce is a no-fay divorce state. However, information has it that the couple were living in separate houses earlier than the filing. This development has brought about questions about the future root of Benny Hinn's ministry. All and sundry is aware of the couple has been facing critical issues in their marriage for a while now, and this divorce, most effective, goes to show how critical the troubles have been. Whilst high-profile pastors or ministers of the gospel like Benny Hinn get divorced, people often suppose it's because of cheating or adultery. However, with Benny Hinn, there's no clear proof that he turned into having an affair specifically made to the divorce. The closest to a scandal was when Benny Hinn was photographed keeping palms with fellow televangelist Paula White in Rome. This sparked rumors of an affair. However, both Hinn and White denied any romantic involvement. They said the come upon was part of a ministry experience. Despite their denials, the incident attracted sizable media attention. Another feasible region of anxiety should stem from their differing approaches to ministry. Benny Hinn has endured to lead huge-scale events and journey widely as part of his global outreach. Meanwhile, Suzanne Hinn has been concerned in ministry work, as nicely, however, appears to be more targeted on family and private connections. In a number of her public appearances, divorce become the final last element on my mind. And there's my youngsters. It was a complete surprise when her attorney referred to as me the morning of the 17th of February to tell me those contrasting focuses, while not explicitly said as a source of warfare, can be part of the demanding situations they face in balancing their shared religious mission with person priorities. The distinction in priorities may also have created a divide that became hard to conquer. Additionally, adding to the hypothesis, human beings near the own family have hinted at verbal exchange breakdowns and unresolved conflicts. Some have defined the couple's courting as unpredictable, seeing how frequently they go through cycles of reconciliation and separation. However, this time this feels distinct. The silence from each Benny and Suzanne has handiest fueled the notion that their split is probably permanent. What makes this tale even more unexpected is the photo the couple has offered to the general public. For years they had been seen as a sturdy crew, overcoming demanding situations collectively and putting an example for others. Their supporters often praise their capability to work through difficult times. Now, with those new traits, evidently their struggles have been deeper than everybody realized. Rumors of prison movement also are making the spherical. Suzanne, having filed for the divorce in Hillsborough County Court, Tampa, Florida, asked spousal help contributions toward her legal professionals' costs, amongst other things. If the couple is setting apart for correct, they will want to settle disputes over shared belongings consisting of homes and ministry finances. Brilliant partners, we are coming to you with exquisite information. I'm sure you have heard Suzanne and I are reconciling and we are in love. I like it. This may lead to a drawn-out method with more information about their relationship turning into public. However, despite the rumors and reviews, some believe there may be nevertheless a threat for reconciliation. Benny and Suzanne have surprised human beings before, and their records shows that they have been capable of rebuild after primary setbacks, but with the latest silence and developing evidence of a split, many are questioning if this time is distinctive. For now, their fans are left waiting and thinking, will Benny and Suzanne Hinn deal with these rumors publicly? Will they Verify or deny the reviews, and most importantly, what does the future keep for their relationship and their ministry? These are questions that simplest time will solution. However, one thing is obvious: this tale is some distance from overhold, watching for greater economic scrutiny and allegations. The drama surrounding Benny and Suzanne Hinn does not cease with their private dating. Through the years, their ministry has also been a source of controversy, drawing each admiration and criticism, even as their union made headlines in spiritual circles. Their work in ministry has attracted scrutiny for special reasons now, as rumors about their separation accentuate. Extra attention is being directed toward the demanding situations their ministry is currently going through. Benny Hinn's ministry is no stranger to public debate. The electricity of goes to hit this location, and I understand now why I didn't recognize last night, but I recognize now it'll show up whilst you release that blessing on the human beings. From healing crusades to bold financial appeals, his work has sparked sturdy opinions for decades. Benny has carried out Events International, claiming to perform surprising healings inside the name of faith. Supporters view these as acts of divine intervention, at the same time as critics have often wondered the authenticity of these claims these days. But the ministry has faced renewed criticism, with allegations of mismanagement and economic irregularities coming to mind. Many resources advise that Suzanne has distanced herself from certain elements of the ministry which might be adding to their non-public conflicts, such as entails money. Benny Hinn's ministry has always been a high-profile operation, counting on donations from supporters around across the world. The years there had been questions about how these finances are used. There had been concerns about how donations are handled, elevating questions on the transparency of the organization, including to the eye on the ministry has confronted investigations over its financial practices in the Beyond the Internal Revenue Service. IRS reportedly looked into Benny Hinn's enterprise, seeking clarity on how budget had been being used. We begin with a developing story in Grapevine. Federal investigators have spent the whole day executing a search warrant at what we are informed are the offices of televangelist Benny Hinn, although the investigation turned into concluded without definitive findings of wrongdoing. Some advocate that this may be one of the reasons in the back of the couple's modern-day troubles. The ministry controlled to keep its paintings. However, the inquiries left a long-lasting impact on its recognition now, with Suzanne rumored to be at odds with Benny over financial practices. Those accusations ought to deepen the divide among them. One of the most debated factors of Benny's ministry is the seed faith doctrine he promotes. This teaching encourages believers to offer financial donations as a manner of demonstrating their religion, often with the promise of receiving blessings in return. While many have credited this method with remodeling their lives, critics argue that it places undue financial stress on inclined individuals. Suzanne, according to a few resources, may additionally have disagreed with how these teachings have been implemented. Further best the external pressures of public scrutiny and criminal disputes. However, additionally, the internal challenges of rebuilding their non-public and professional lives. The decisions they make now will probably form their legacy for years yet to come. For Benny Hinn Ministries, the street beforehand is similarly uncertain. The ministry faces the dual project of keeping its operations even as addressing the concerns of its fans, whether or not via restructuring, accelerated transparency, or other measures. The ministry will need to demonstrate its commitment to accountability, and its mission handiest time will inform whether or not those efforts might be enough to restore the accept as true with of its supporters. In lots of approaches, this crisis represents a turning point for Benny and Suzanne Hinn. It is a second of reckoning that forces them to confront the realities in their scenario and make hard choices. Approximately their destiny, whether they pick to stand these challenges together or one by one. One aspect is certain: their story is a ways from over. What do you suspect the future holds for Benny and Suzanne Hinn? Will they overcome those challenges collectively, or is that this the cease of an era for their ministry? Allow us to recognize your thoughts inside the remarks. Bear in mind to love percentage and subscribe for more. Also click the subsequent video shown to your display. You'll enjoy it.